Hey,
What? Hi!
welcome to day 3 of the Engine 2 7-day rescue.
Woo!
Okay, and you gotta take care of the dog who's barking over
No,
there.
wait. I want to get ready to show everybody how to do kale.
Okay, well you're gonna go after Daddy talks about it. Okay.
Well, I think the exciting thing that green leafy vegetables adds, especially in my patients who have cardiovascular disease, and the reason that I'm rather insistent that those who are newly diagnosed have green leafy vegetables as often as 5 and 6 times a day, is that they help to restore the life jacket and the guardian of our blood vessel, which all experts would agree happens to be the delicate innermost lining, the endothelium. And what makes the endothelium so magic is it produces this remarkable molecule of gas, nitric oxide, which is really the salvation and the protection of all of our vasculature. And you might say, well, what are the green leafy vegetables that I want you to have? They are bok choy, Swiss chard, kale, collards, collard green, beet greens, mustard green, turnip greens, Napa cabbage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, cilantro, parsley, spinach, and arugula, and asparagus. And the top 6 would be kale, Swiss chard, spinach, arugula, beet greens, and beets. How's that for background?
That's great. I was trying to keep rhythm with you there for a while.
With Fraser.
All right, and how do you recommend people prepare these? Are you gonna let?
Well, that's
Ann
why
do that?
I have Mummy here to really make the difference.
The kale. It's so much fun to strip, and I am about to strip a whole ton of kale to put some of it in our lunch soup.
What kind of kale is that?
This is just the regular curly kale. You know, it looks like this. Now, something like Swiss chard. Swiss chard is great. It doesn't have the big fat stems. They cook equally to the greens, but these stems.
You know what I had last night? We had beet greens. We had beets. And
beets greens are great, and they just cook them just like Swiss chard. So anyway, here is a little stack of kale that I have just stripped in 2 seconds, and here are all these stems. There's nothing wrong with these. You can cut them up and put them in soup. They make a pretty flower arrangement.
Well, that's my water.
No, that will have a better taste now. Or you can feed them to any dogs. Dogs love them. Anyway, here goes the kale into the pot. Boiling water. And stick that in. Put a lid on it. And cook it for 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes until it tastes tender to you. We'll come back in just a minute and look and see how it's doing. In the meantime, it is amazing to use some of this kale in say you're cooking pasta. Put in as much as you can. Put in more kale than pasta if you want to lose weight.
In the boiling water?
Into the boiling water with the pasta. Put it as the base of everything. Mix it into the pasta sauce before you have a pizza. Just simply have...
Stuff it in the burrito.
Yeah, I mean stuff it put it in your oats at breakfast. 3/4 of my breakfast steel-cut oats always are greens. So anywhere you can get greens of any kind. It doesn't have to be kale. It can be collards. It can be Swiss chards.
Well, the whole wrap Daddy did, yeah.
Beet greens.
Are beets themselves, like the purple beets themselves, considered greens?
As far as the ability to restore nitric oxide production from endothelial cells, yes.
So not just the beet greens, but beets themselves.
That's right.
Wow, that's good to know because people often like beets more than they like greens.
Can you, listen? Can you imagine how exciting it is to live with a woman like this and how healthy it is for me?
And the inspiration of a man like this, and a son like Rip, and a daughter like Jane, and then daughters like Ted. Ted and Zeb, our other sons. Everybody is plant-based. 10 grandchildren are plant-based. I mean, it is so exciting.
And your enthusiasm is infectious. All right, is there anything else you want to say about greens for people on the 7-day challenge?
Well, I think that the the key that I think is so important to recognize is that for patients who have cardiovascular disease, if they could somehow get their head inside the artery, you would see that that artery, where the plaque is an absolute cauldron, a cauldron of oxidative inflammation. And therefore, that is why we want the most powerful antioxidants on the planet, which are green leafy vegetables. And if you are eating those or chewing them 6 times a day, you are bathing and you're basking that horrible oxidative cauldron of inflammation with nature's most powerful antioxidants. No expense with pills. Don't do it from a health food store. Do it with food that is what we call ORAC. ORAC food is oxygen radical absorptive capacity. Nothing more there than with green leafy vegetables.
Awesome. How's our kale doing over here?
Kale's doing pretty well. I would say, to be perfect, I might give it another few minutes, but it's pretty good. It's good. And all I do now, let's see, wait a minute, is I take my kale, follow me, over here, and I just dump it into that
Colander.
colander,
Look at the beautiful green water.
and there's my kale. And it's ready to do anything I choose with it. For instance, here is a bowl of soup that my husband was going to heat up for lunch. So we're just going to put some of this kale right here on top of that soup. Perfect. And actually, this soup happens to be from John Mackey's Whole Food Cookbook.
Oh, how great! Oh, I want to
Yeah.
try this.
But anyway, here goes my husband's lunch. A little late today, but really good.
All right, cheers. Thanks. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.